Andrea Shales earned her title of Master's of Science and is currently a registered dietitian. She stressed the simplicity of cooking easy, fast, healthy meals rather than an unhealthy alternative, or cooking larger meals that can be incorporated into a healthy diet for the next day.
What they can do, what I do a lot is I use a lot of vegetarian products that are pre-made, so you can just heat them up when you're on the run, or your family can cook them, and you don't have to be there or cook.
In addition to a well-balanced diet, Shales explains the amount of water people should drink daily to achieve a healthy weight.
The average person is about 2 liters a day. I usually recommend bringing bottled water to work or to school, carrying it in your car so you're drinking it frequently throughout the day.
Though food companies advertise what they call healthy meals, Shales gives valuable information for shoppers when looking for quality food choices.
I think companies are getting real tricky with the labels. They'll put low fat, but then they'll add sugar to it to make it taste better, or they'll say sugar free and they'll add fat to it to make it taste better. So if people aren't reading the label, they might be surprised at what's in the food. Or they'll say something like smart food, like the popcorn, it says smart food, but it's actually very high in calories and very high in fat. Or people think they're eating healthy, like they'll eat a salad, they'll put croutons on it and cheese and the heavy dressing. So you have to be more aware of what you're eating.
Russ Meyer is the Associate Director for Housing Operations and Dining Services. He's very involved in choosing what food is made available to University of Nevada students.
My job entails a number of things. One, I'm responsible for all the resident dining facilities on campus and all the retail operations outside of the student union, as well as our catering operation on campus.
Meyer elaborates on some of the healthier choices for students eating on campus.
Well, in all of our operations, there's something that I think you could classify as healthy. In resident dining, we focus a lot on trying to make sure there's healthy options available. So there's always a vegan item every meal. We've got an extensive salad bar. There's a number of items that every day are specifically intended to be lower fat, lower salt. So there's always options. Now that doesn't mean that they always get chosen, but they're out there. And then in our retail operations, there's always salads, there's always lean meat sandwiches. You know, it's the choices that students make about whether or not they decide to load a sandwich with mayonnaise or cheese that makes the difference in terms of whether it's healthy or less healthy. And then in catering, we can do anything. So that one's really left up to the customer's choice. If you want a totally vegetarian, low fat, low salt, low carb menu, we'll do that. If you want to have burgers and fries, we can do that too.
Through his experience, Myers has dialed in on the eating habits of college-level students and chronicles the advancements, or lack thereof, made toward a more balanced diet.
Do students take advantage of healthy options? A lot of students do. I did a session about a year ago with at a seminar with a group of college food service directors and K through 12 food service directors, and each of us was paired with somebody in K through 12, each of the college folks. And the topic that my partner and I were assigned was trends in college food service. And so I did some research, and I found out that 20 years ago, the most popular items for college students based on the quantities purchased were pizza, burgers, and chicken nuggets. And 10 years ago, the most popular items were pizza, burgers, and chicken nuggets. And now, it's pizza, burgers, and chicken tenders. So I suppose we've made a leap from, chunks of chicken that are kind of ground up and put back together to whole meat parts of chicken, but it's still fried food.
Aside from accommodating student requests, the food service staff has been making efforts to prepare food in the healthiest way possible.
In terms of how we prepare foods in general, we went to trans fat-free fryer shortening 2 or 3 years ago. So we're not using that. We're using canola oil for the grilling part, the frying part, when we pan fry things. We've adapted menus to be healthier, and the recipes in those menus to use, lower salt where we can. We're trying to use more, to the extent possible, locally grown products, and if we can, organic, at least in terms of our vegetables. It's a challenge to do that in an economical way, but wherever we can make those changes to do things just differently, we do. So
Cheryl M.S, the resident dining manager, spends most of her day with the students who enjoy their meals from the campus Down Under Cafe and shares her observations of student eating habits.
What are the most common foods requested? They want different flavors of pizza, or they like chicken fried steak, believe me. They request that a lot. When are we going to have chicken fried steak? Tacos, a lot of Mexican food. They want Mexican food.
With healthy food available to them, Middle Miss denies a strong sense of health consciousness among the majority of students.
I would say the percentage of students that take advantage of healthy options is probably very small. There's a lot of people that don't care, I guess. They're used to eating fast food or whatever.
She explains the newest addition to the Down Under Cafe, a healthier alternative to the ever-popular ice cream.
Our ice cream is low fat. We also are serving a Dole product that is no cholesterol, no sugar, and that is like 2 to 3 times a week we serve that. Some people like it, some people don't. It's very different than the ice cream.